Please type in the chat box, Steve. I'd like to see how many of you would like to have a class with Steve right now. Please type in the chat box, Steve. Okay, excellent. Thank you. Thanks for responding. So today, what's going to happen is we're going to have a class with Steve, and at the end, we're going to give you the opportunity to enjoy the class with Steve, and then if you join, you're going to continue the class with Steve. So yeah, that's how. And also, I'm going to share with you the what is called email address where you need to send your email to claim your certificate, right? So how many of you think you're going to get certificate? Please type in the chat box. All you got to do is you need to submit all your homework. That's the first condition. Second condition is you need to send an email. And at the end of this class, we're going to share what's the email address. All you got to do is you need to just send an email. Just my name is full name, and I have submitted all the homework. Can I please get my certificate? So once you claim the certificate within 7 days, you will get your certificate, right? So please type in the chat box how many of you think you deserve a certificate. Please type in the chat box certificate. Certificate. Type in the chat box, please, certificate. Very quickly, I'd like to see certificate. How many of you really deserve a certificate? Please type in the chat box certificate. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Thank you. Thanks for responding. Thanks for responding. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks for responding. Okay. And today, we're going to, at the end of the lesson with Steve, we're going to give you the opportunity to continue the course with Steve, and we're going to give 50% scholarship. Is only for today. So type in the chat box, what's the percentage of scholarship? Type in the chat box, what's the percentage of scholarship, right? What's the percentage of scholarship we're going to get today? Type in the chat box, 50%, okay? Yeah, 50%. Okay. Excellent. 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 Savina Akhtar says 75%. I'm not sure what you mean by that. So you're going to get 50% scholarship to continue the class with Steve right now. And now I'd like to get some sort of feedback. I'd like to get some sort of feedback from you. So how many of you have attended all the classes? Please type in the chat box all. I'd like to see how many of you have submitted all the homework and have you attended all the classes. Please type in the chat box all. Okay, Tanim said all, Ibrahim said all. Okay, Hassan said all, Jamshir said all. Okay, excellent, excellent. Thank you. Thanks for responding. And how many of you have attended 6 classes? Please type in the chat box, 6 classes. Okay, 6 classes. How many of you have attended 5 classes? Please type in the chat box. Okay, excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for responding. So now this is the time, right? So for that, you have been waiting for a long, right? So now, if I see Mr. Steve, so I'd like to welcome Mr. Steve. Can you please, dear audience, can you please stand up and just, can you please type in the chat box, welcome Mr. Steve into the class. I'd like to give him a warm welcome to this class. So please type in the chat box, welcome Mr. Steve. So Mr. Steve, can you hear us? Okay, okay. Thank you for responding. So yeah, so I'm going to hand over the class to Mr. Steve, and he's going to continue the class. Thanks for joining, Mr. Steve.
Hello, good morning from England. I guess it's afternoon in Asia, maybe. So my name is Steve. I am an English teacher in England and online to people around the world. And I help people with IELTS preparation too. So welcome, and I hope you enjoy the class today and that it helps you a lot. Thank you for your welcomes, for your warm welcomes. So let me just open this file. Begin with the introduction. Okay, so this is the course that I teach with Hassle-Free Education is preparing people for the IELTS exam, for the speaking part of the IELTS exam. And my name is Steve Trelogan. I am British, but I have lived in Asia. This is me with my sisters when I was young. My hair has changed color. And in a Thai restaurant, this is my family. Quickly, this is my the 3 parts of the exam. First part is like conversation, short questions and answers. The second part is a short talk by you, and the third part is a formal discussion. So in the course we cover these areas, looking at the exam questions and techniques and practicing together. Okay, so let's go back to you. So let me see, we have lots of welcome messages, thank you. And nice comments about my family, thank you. I just want to change the view to gallery view so I can see everybody. Okay, we have a lot of people here today. And I can see a few photos and a few videos. Okay. Good, so I won't ask you all to introduce yourselves because there are quite a few of you. But if you join the IELTS class and we have a smaller number, then we can speak together more and practice English together. So I hope you are enjoying your speaking challenge and improving your English a lot. I hope you can understand me. I might speak quite fast sometimes and slow at other times. If you have any questions, just send a message or click to raise your hand. So let me check. Oh, okay, some more messages. Thank you very much. So let's take a look at the IELTS scoring, the different bands in IELTS and how you get them. And then we will have some fun talking about food together in English. So let's go to a different file. And okay, first of all, this one. So as you can see, the IELTS exam has 4 sections. So there are 2 types. There's the academic type. If you are getting ready or preparing for university, you need the academic IELTS exam. There is also a general one if you are not going to university, just going for work or something. Do the general one, but everybody does the same, listening and speaking. So you have 4 parts: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. So we are looking at the speaking exam, but as you can see, you can see the number of tasks and how long each part is. And IELTS is not like a normal exam where you get you can fail the exam and you have well, that's the main difference. You can't fail the exam, you just get a band given to you. So as you can see here, sorry, it's not so clear, but you can read it. So band 0, even if you don't go, you still get 0. You get band 0. Band 1, if you just have a few words of English. Okay, so band 2, you can use give some basic information with some short words and phrases. So this is very, very low. As we move up, we get to the highest band is 9 for an expert user. So usually this is only native speakers, but it is possible to get band 9 if you're not native, but it's not required. You don't need band 9 for university. So usually you need between band 6 and 8 for university. Different universities and different subjects and courses ask you for different bands. So mostly it's between, I think mostly it would be 7, 7.5, sometimes 6.5, sometimes 8. So today we're looking at getting a band 7 overall. So that would be a good user, has operational command of the language. That means you can use it. You can use it to do what you want. Though with occasional inaccuracies, so some mistakes, inappropriacies, using the wrong word, correct words but in the wrong sentence or context maybe, and misunderstandings in some situations. So sometimes you might not understand questions or what people say. Generally handles complex language well. So it's not just simple sentences, easy English, but you can understand more difficult English well, and understand detailed reasoning. So we will look at mainly in part 3 of the exam is where you have to say what you think about some problem and say why you think that. So that can be called detailed reasoning. Like if I say the changing climate is a big problem because it affects affects agriculture because the weather is changing and the plants have to adapt to that, and just giving reasons like that, and using phrases like however or in the first place and things like that, giving details, giving little bits of information in a longer piece of speaking, longer period of speaking. Okay, so if we look down at 6, the main difference is that it's a fairly complex language, so not very complex, not very difficult language. You can understand mostly in familiar situations. So if you're talking about something that's easy for you to talk about, then it's okay, but other things it's not okay maybe. Okay, and it has some mistakes. Here it says occasional mistakes, so that's less. If you have 8, then it has unsystematic inaccuracies, lots of big words. So that means it's not, you don't have it again and again and again, these mistakes, but just maybe one mistake because you forgot, or something that doesn't happen very much. Misunderstandings in some situations here, but band 8, in unfamiliar situations. So if it's a place or a topic, subject that is not familiar, you're not used to it, it's strange for you or new for you, then you might misunderstand, you might not understand. And you can argue, you can give your opinion, what you think and why very well. So this is the area we're looking at for university. And we will look at some more specific things now. So back to just reading messages. So let me go to this, well, no, this one. Okay, sorry, this is looks very detailed, but we're gonna just look at band 7 for 4 areas. So we're not going to read all this. You don't need to look at all of this. We're just going to look at part, but just notice that this is what the examiner will look for. Just 4 areas. Don't panic or get worried about all this detail, but look at the black band at the top. So they're looking at 4 areas: pronunciation, speaking clearly in a normal English-speaking way, grammar, grammar, how to put the sentence together, what words come first, using the right ends of words, like I wait, I waited, I have waited. This is vocabulary. Do you know lots of words? And this is fluency. Can you speak continuously, flowing like a river? Fluency. And coherence. Can you join ideas together using and but, and because, and however, before that, after that? Can you use words like this to join things together? That's all it means. So these are the 4 areas they're looking for. And if we look at band 7, again, they use quite a high-level language here, quite academic language, but speaks at length. That means speak for a long time. You can speak for a long time without noticeable effort. Doesn't look difficult for you, or loss of coherence. So it's not broken up. It's all joined together nicely. You may have some hesitation. That's when you say that's hesitation, when you have to stop and think. So you might do that sometimes. That's okay. You might repeat yourself, say something again sometimes, repetition, or self-correction, correct yourself. Oh, I said that wrong. I should say this. That's okay sometimes. For band 7, a range of connectives, that's connecting words, like however, or after that, or on the other hand, discourse markers with some flexibility. So you can use some different words and phrases to join things together, join ideas together. So this is not difficult to learn some phrases, and you just need to practice using them so it comes more naturally. So this part, you just need to practice speaking, so that you can get rid of those stops. Not stopping. You can not stop too much. Just keep going. So that just takes practice. You can do that by yourself at home, speaking. So practice finding those words that you need to keep going and get more confident and relaxed speaking for a longer time. Here, speaking at length. So you need to speak for a long time. So if you only have very short conversations or saying very short things, then you need to practice saying longer things. Tell a little story of what happened. Something happened today, this. Or in the IELTS exam, talking about something you have that you like, or talk about a birthday party, or a nice place you like to go, or a person that you love. So practice talking about things for 1 or 2 minutes. That's how long to in part 2 of the IELTS exam. So you can use easy English, but just talking for a longer time. Get used to that. Get more relaxed and confident about that. So that's about keeping going and keeping things flowing. Then if we look at vocabulary, okay, you can use lots of words to talk about different topics, lots of different subjects and things. you can use some less common and idiomatic vocabulary. So this just means you use some words that are not so easy, not so common. So some special words and phrases. So it could be describing words like instead of saying very good, you could say brilliant or wonderful or very inspiring or educational or something, words like that. Or instead of saying they are very nice, you could say they're very friendly, hospitable, kind. Use some other words, or some special expressions, funny phrases, not funny, but like talking about lots of rain, you could say it's pouring with rain, some things like this. It's okay if you don't know that one, but just learn some words that are not just very simple and that people use all the time. But I think most of you, from my experience with people from your countries, most of you know lots of words and lots of good vocabulary. So that is not the main problem, I think. Sometimes the main problem is fluency, confidence. So you're very nervous about speaking maybe, and maybe you have to stop too many times, but many of you can speak fluently. And grammar can be a problem. So sometimes you are very comfortable speaking English, lots of English, but there are little mistakes many times. So that can be something to improve, to work on. One more thing. Oh, yeah. So this one here. So some inappropriate choices. So there are always words that are better for this situation or this situation, but so if you use it in the wrong place, sometimes that's okay. And paraphrase means you can say the same thing with different words. So if I say he was walking down the street, we can say he was going down the road. It means the same thing, but different words. So this is important to practice as well. If you see something or hear something, try to say it in different words, and learn some words that mean the same thing. So using things like just listening to native speakers can help a lot with this, and also using a thesaurus or dictionary that tells you different words you can use. Even on the free online dictionaries can give you other words for the same thing, so that can help you. This is the grammar part, so using different structures, so different kinds of sentences. Sorry, we will stop soon. This is not so fun, but we're going to do some fun things in a minute. Lots of sentences with no mistakes. Okay, so you can have mistakes. You can have sentences with mistakes, but you should have many sentences with no mistakes. So do practice checking your grammar. You can record yourself on a phone or a computer and listen to yourself, and often you can correct yourself and improve your English by yourself. But of course, you might also need somebody else to check your grammar, to check for mistakes, because that's important. If you have one mistake in every sentence, then that's a problem. Though some grammar mistakes persist, so you can still have some mistakes that come again and again, and you can still get band 7. And this is pronunciation. So my son. So you can use you can speak English with lots of different normal English sounds. and we can understand you. Basically, we can understand you most of the time or all the time. So there might be some words that are hard to understand. That's band 6. Band 7, band 8, it's easy to understand you all the time, and band 7 is in between. So maybe sometimes we can't understand every word easily, but it's not much of a problem. So I hope that gives you a clearer idea of band 7 in IELTS speaking. So we've gone on quite a long time with that, sorry. And let's move on to talking about food. And I would like to just quickly show you some examples of questions in the exam. I don't know if maybe some of you have done the IELTS exam already, or looked at it at least. So I should have had this one open there. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, excuse me, here it comes. So here we are. Just to show you some topics that you might find in the exam, some of the most common ones. Thank you. Okay, excuse me. Just starting a little bit. Sorry. So the most common topics are talking about your work or studies, and things like your hometown, family, and hobbies, what you like to do. So free time, food, family. Some strange topics like dreams might come. Things you like to read, things that are funny, places you like to go, museums, and technology like phones and TV. These are some common topics. I see a message. Okay, great. Thank you. So now let's go to some fun food stuff. And the first one we'll use is this one. No, I think we'll go with the extra fun one first, because you've been listening to all this. There we go. And that. Sure, sound as well. Okay. So let's play a little game. Oh, I just start this from the game. Okay. Sorry, somebody asked if I could share the PDF. Or which one do you mean? Do you mean the example questions? Can't see the chat box now. There we go. All right, so here we go. Get rid of this video bar because I can't see. All right. Okay. Here we go. Who can tell me what this is? Can you just write a message? What is this food? That's an easy one. The name of this game is Spin the Wheel. Wheel of English. The original game is Wheel of Fortune. Yep, you can say burger or hamburger, right, kids? Okay. Here we go. Spinning again. Oh, I forgot. So, what's this one? The name of the game is in the middle, Wheel of English. Fast food wheel. Okay. Hot dog, yes. This is called a hot dog, a very strange name. So a sausage in some bread. It's, very popular in America. Okay, get rid of the chat box. Spin again. Another easy one. Just wait for somebody to say the name. Ice cream, yes. Okay. This one. It's not the normal shape, but you might get this shape with something on top in a restaurant. What's that? Yep. It's a sandwich. It's a sandwich. So we've had hamburger or burger, hot dog, ice cream, and sandwich. This is called a club sandwich, I believe. Okay, a little bit of a strange picture. I hope you can see what it is. Okay. Okay, candy bar. So this is obviously American. In Britain here, we don't say candy bar, we would say chocolate bar, chocolate bar. And we don't say soda, we say soft drinks or fizzy drinks. And where's the other one? This is, we would call French fries, this one. Not chips. Okay, just one more. What's this one? Right. Okay. I wonder if some people are seeing different things. That's right, that's a donut. So we do have two spellings. Donut or donut. Sometimes it's because sometimes the British spelling is more difficult because we took the word from another language, or it's a very old word, and then sometimes in America they make it easier spelling, simpler spelling. So I think this is one case where we have two spellings. Donut. Okay, let's move on. So stop this one. So yeah, I saw somebody said chicken wing. That's a chicken wing. Pizza, ice cream, donut, French fries, taco. That's Mexican food, which is popular in America, in the south of America. Mexican food, taco, hot dog, milkshake. In America, soda. In Britain, soft drinks or fizzy drinks. Chocolate bar, or in America, candy bar, maybe. Hamburger. Okay, Let's go to another one. Let's look at some different foods. Have you seen this one? I'm not sure. So many buttons to press. All right. So we've got all kinds of fruit here. I'm just gonna, it would take too long to ask you what each fruit is, so I'm just going to go through them. Okay. See if you can think of the word before I press the button. So I hope you know most of these words. So if any are new, you can write them down. I'll just read them one time for the pronunciation. A plum, a watermelon, a lemon, a pear. So in America, pear, because they say the R's, pear. In Britain, in the south of England, pear, because they don't say the R at the end, pear. So in the south of England, Australia, New Zealand, it's pear. In America and the north of the UK, it's pear or pear. In Scotland, a mango, an apple, grapes, cherries, an orange, a banana, a strawberry, a pineapple, a coconut, a melon, a raspberry, a blueberry, a satsuma. Okay, this is say orange, but this is satsuma. Okay, hey, where's the next page? Oh, here we are. Okay, vegetables quickly. Mushroom, carrot, peas. The reason we are doing this is because we are going to talk about food that you like and how you make that food. So please be thinking, what food do you like? What meat, what vegetables, what fruit do you like? And what meals do you like? And think what is in the food that you like and how do you make it? So we're just quickly looking at some words. Next, we will look at words for cooking, and then we will practice talking about food that we like, because they might ask you in the exam about food and cooking and hobbies and eating habits in your country. So cucumber, potato, broccoli, onion. So this is one of those words where we don't say O, it's an O, but we say a. So onion, like other people, another. Like oven, we cook, we make bread or cakes in the oven. It's O-V-E-N, but we say oven. Onion, what else? Other is the most common word. Onion, lettuce. So some people call this salad, but in English, salad is lettuce and, well, usually lettuce and tomatoes and cucumber. Sometimes you have special salads with other vegetables or fruit salad, but this is one of the ingredients, one of the parts of a typical salad in this country. Tomato, in America, tomato, but here it's tomato. In Britain, tomato, because most British people say the T clearly, tomato, but in America it's more like a D, tomato. So they say So they say a clear T at the beginning of words, but not clear T in the middle or end of words. So tomato. So Americans say potato, and English people say potato. So you might hear different things with when there's T's and R's. You might hear different sounds in America from other places. Potato or potato here. tomato in America, tomato here. So that's quite different. Turnip, pepper, garlic, beans, cabbage, pumpkin, chili, and a nut. This one is a peanut. Okay, sorry, that's a little bit slow. So these are general foods, easy ones. Cake, rice. That's a funny picture of rice. Okay, I'm sure you know the word rice, since that's very important in many countries. Ham and eggs, bread, egg, a very angry egg. Come on, it's not working. Okay, steak. Steak is a big piece of meat, like that, very thick, big, thick piece of meat. It can be any kind of meat. Sausage, ham, chicken, turkey, fish and chips. You might know fish and chips is a popular food in this country, but sometimes at home, but often if you go out, if you go to the beach, people get fish and chips. Tuna, that's fish. Hot dog, cheese, muffin, pie, chocolate, ice cream, yogurt. So we have different pies in this country. You have meat pies, savory pies, and you also have sweet pies like apple pie, cherry pie. So pie can be something with your main food to eat with potatoes or with rice or with chips, or it can be a dessert to have after, something sweet, and maybe with ice cream or with cream or custard, maybe not custard. Chocolate, ice cream, yogurt. Okay, let's move on. We're running out of time. So quickly, drinks. Cola, that's America really. We wouldn't say cola here. Yeah, we would just say Coke. If it is Coca-Cola, we would say Coke. If it's a different drink, we would say a different drink, like 7-Up or Fanta, whatever. Or just say soft drinks or fizzy drinks. Orange juice, champagne, beer, coffee, chocolate, fizzy drink. Okay, there we have fizzy drink. Tea, lemonade. So a drink with lemon. And it's fizzy, it's got bubbles, lemonade, milk. Cocktail is usually alcohol with fruit juice, I think. And milkshake, water, wine. Okay, so I hope you wrote down any new words. Here we just are saying some words we can't. Some words we can't exactly count them. We can't say 1 rice, 2 rice, because it's just lots of rice together. It's just rice, like it's one thing, rice. So we say some rice, lots of rice, a lot of rice. We don't say have a rice, or here's a rice, or here's 2 rices. We just say rice, some rice. So we can only say some, we can't say a rice. So we call it uncountable. We can't count it. 1, 2, 3, yes. Okay. Excuse me. Egg, so of course we can say 1 egg, 2 eggs, 3 eggs. Water, we can't say 1 water, 2 waters. Unless you're at a restaurant talking about cups of things. So I'll have a Coke please and 2 waters maybe, but usually you wouldn't say that. Just say, can we have some water? So some water. Onions. And remember, for these words you must have an egg, an onion, or 2 eggs with the S. So please remember the S is at the end or at the beginning. For some people, that's something to work on. Some bread, some tea, some milk, a potato, a lemon, a plum, So what was I going to say? Oh yeah, when we talk about drinks, we can say, we talk about some tea. Would you like some tea? Or we can say, can I have a tea, please? So we can say a tea, but we mean a cup of tea. So you're saying, can I have a cup of tea? But we shorten it to say a tea. Can I have a tea? Would you like a tea or a coffee? So we can say a tea or a coffee, but it means a cup of tea or a mug of coffee. But if we just talk about tea, would you like some tea? We were drinking some tea, so we don't use a in that case. Okay, I'm going to skip this one. The same again. So remember, if it starts with a vowel like E, A, E, I, O, U, we need an. So an egg, and just sit stuck together. An egg, an orange, an apple, an onion, with no gap. All right, that was a bit too long. Let's move on to a new share. And one more quick one for speaking. So where is it? This one. Yes, I think so. Okay, so just quickly to show you different words for cooking. So this is bake. We bake bread, bake things in the oven. This is the oven, and it's baking. It's in hot air. You can say make, just make bread, make cakes, but the special word is bake. Fry using oil, very hot oil in a pan. So you can say we fry it. So you fry it. How do you make an English breakfast? You fry some eggs, you fry some potato maybe, you fry some tomatoes. Or how do you make an omelette? I fry some eggs in a pan. That's a pan, okay. Grill, if it's on like slats or something over a flame, that's grill. Oh, what happened there? Microwave. So microwave can be a verb as well. I microwave the chicken, or we microwave some chicken. It's not normally done. Mix or stir. Mix or stir. So usually mixing is when you are preparing something, you mix it together. You mix things together. But when you're cooking, usually we say stir. It's just to make all the parts equally hot. Good. Okay, so stir. Peel, when you need to take the skin off, you peel apples, peel potatoes. Chop. So please write these words down if they are new for you, and think how you can use it in sentences to talk about food that you like and food that you make, or your mother makes, or somebody makes. Slice, okay, is like chop, but it's more like slicing, but this is chop. Steam, using steam to cook it, so it doesn't touch the water, but it's just steam in the air. Boil, okay, you make the water bubble. That's boiling. We boil a lot of food in this country. We boil vegetables, and we boil potatoes. Simmer is after boiling. It's just a little bit of boiling. It's keeping it hot. It's not big bubbles, but it's a little bit. Simmer. Okay, that's a good picture there. And we have sauce. Okay, that's it. Let's stop and do some talking. So let me give you some examples. So let's think about, what do you like to eat? First of all, so I like to eat some British food, like roasted potatoes and vegetables. That's baking with oil. I like to eat Thai food, like rice and curries, and omelette. That's like eggs together with some vegetables, making it flat. An omelette. I like pies, things with pastry, pies, things that are crunchy. So think about what you can say. What do you like to eat? And I love fruit and nuts and things like that as well. You could think about saying I like fried food, or I like boiled food. Talking about groups of food, or you can talk about styles of food, like I like Asian food, or I like Western food. I like home cooked food or homemade food, or I like restaurant food. Can be spicy food. Oh, we didn't do tastes, but I'm sure you know the word spicy with chilies, or not so spicy food. We can say not so spicy food. If you want to say that something's not good because it's not spicy, we say bland. It's bland. You could say I don't like Western food because it's very bland. It's not spicy. It doesn't have strong tastes for you, maybe. So we talk about fried food, boiled food, etc. But also fast food, like hamburgers, pizza, things like that. It's fast food. You can say you like that or you don't like that. And so I want you to practice this with each other. I'm going to put you in small groups, talk about what food you like. So for some, keep it simple. For some of you, try to use more advanced language. Talk about different tastes and where the food comes from and why you like it more. For some, just say, I like this, I like this, I like this. And then after we will talk about cooking. Maybe we need to do that together because of the time. So usually in my lessons, we have 1 or 2 times when we practice speaking together. And usually it's some at the beginning or the middle, and then some at the end. But today we are a shorter time, and we've had these rather slow PowerPoints. So we'll just have 1 time to practice, I think, unless we do it very quickly. But the problem is there are so many of you, so I think I can't. You won't have time for everybody in your group to speak about 2 different topics. So let's do it together. So first of all, take turns. When you go into a small breakout room, a small group just now, I want you to take turns just saying some food that you like. So not too long, please, but more than 1 sentence. And maybe you can learn from each other, some ideas from each other of how you can say things, and then talk about how you cook food. You or somebody else cooks the food you like, or the food that you have at home. So use some of those words like chopping, peeling, boiling or frying. So you can say, for example, one of my favorite foods is Thai fried rice, or egg fried rice. So you have to boil some rice. You boil some rice, then you fry the rice with, or maybe you fry some chicken. You chop some chicken, fry it, then add the rice and sauce. So we can say add. When you put something more in, we say add. So add the rice, add the sauce, or you can say put the rice in, put the sauce in, and also some egg. Break some eggs, put some egg in, and stir it. Okay, stir it, fry it together until the egg is cooked and binds the rice together. And then you serve it. When you put it on a plate to eat, you can say serve it, or you can just say put it on a plate with some cucumber, some fresh cucumber, and spring onion, long onion, spring onions. Or you can chop some spring onions and sprinkle it on top. Okay, so you might know some other words like sprinkle and serve, but if you don't know those words, that's okay. So do your best, talk about food you like, everybody, and then how you cook it, everybody in your group. All right, so I'm going to, okay, we already have rooms ready for us to go into, great. So everybody please click the join, it says join, a blue sign saying join, please click that and go into the little room with 2 or 3 people and practice speaking. Okay, please join your room quickly, everybody, and talk with your classmates about food. Please join your room. Yeah, just maybe can it's possible to invite someone again. So that should be, there's a box, a window, a white box with a blue word join. So just click on there and go into the room and talk together with others. Okay. One person has nobody to talk to. Janatul, Mafepayas, Rabul, can you please join your room? There's one person with no one to talk to. Please join your room. I need to move them. Oh, Rabul has joined and someone's come out. What happened? Thank you. I didn't realize I was muted. Okay. So I'll just talk a little bit more about food to give examples while we wait for the others to practice, and then we will bring them back. They're coming back in 1 minute anyway. Okay. So if the examiner asks me, what is your favorite food, or what food do you like to eat? Then I can say, I really like pastries, things like pies, pies with the crunchy edge. I like rice. I love to eat rice because I used to live in Thailand where they eat rice all the time. I like some spicy food, not very spicy, but some spicy food I like, especially with Thai flavors with garlic and chili and lemongrass and things like that. And I'm happy to eat almost anything, but I do prefer to have rice and things with a bit of spice sometimes. I love eggs, so I love fried eggs and omelets and scrambled eggs. And I try to have those at breakfast sometimes, or with meals sometimes. And what else? I do also like the traditional British roast. We didn't look at roast, did we? But it's baking in the oven with oil on the food, so it's crispy. So I love roast chicken and roast vegetables and roast potatoes. So that's quite a simple answer. So you can add more language, like you can give an example, like the other day I had a meal with friends, and they made a beautiful spread of various delicious foods or dishes, and I really enjoyed sampling them. And my favorite was this Indian curry, or this we have a lot of Indian curry in this country, so with a lot of spices that I wasn't familiar with, but I really enjoyed it. It was fantastic, and my friends all loved it too. So you can tell a bit of a story like that, but really in the part 1 of the IELTS exam, it's just short answers, like 2 sentences. You're not telling us a big story, but you could give 2 or 3 sentences in your answer. If in part 2, where you talk by yourself for 1 or 2 minutes, if they ask you about food, then you can tell a big story with lots of details. But okay, I think everybody will be back now. Is that right? Yes, everybody is back. So please tell me in your comments about your practice time. Did it help you? Did everyone get to talk? Did you learn something new? Do you have any questions? Please send me some messages. And we are going to stop in a minute and say goodbye. Let me check the messages. Okay. My partner's not talking to me. What can I do? I'm very sorry. I looked for people that were alone in their group and moved them to another group, but I could not tell if someone was talking or not talking. I'm sorry about that. Me and Brother Zahid discussed about the topic food, sir, in breakout room session. Thanks a lot. Okay, great. You're welcome. Can you please tell them that to talk? I will mute. Okay, sorry, I didn't see that message. So, Tanim, where is Tanim? He's gone. Oh no, there's another page of people here. Tanim, do you still want to talk? Can you put up your hand? I see Taz. Am I reading it wrong?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for giving me such an opportunity.
Okay. How can I help, or what would you like to say? Or you just wanted to say that?
Okay, would you please give me a topic so that I can discuss about this?
Another topic?
Okay, that topic about food or something else, sir.
we talked about food. So did you practice talking about food?
Yes, I
Yeah,
practiced
okay.
talking about food.
Yeah. I gave 2 questions. What food do you like to eat, and how do you cook the food? If you want to practice more at home, you can just search online for IELTS speaking topics part 1, IELTS part 1 speaking topics, and you'll get lists of topics and questions, and you can practice those. That will help you a lot. So you can get an idea of the topics and questions, and practice and get more comfortable and confident. Any other questions before I go? Okay, someone else, a partner who didn't talk, helped a lot. Good. Thank you, tell him. Okay, I'm very sorry, Mahdi. Ancestor Nafisi discussed biryani. Okay, I know that name. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Two people saying no, sir. What do you mean? Oh, no questions. Okay. Some idea to increase fluency in speaking. Okay. The best thing is just to practice. When I practice French and Spanish at home, I just speak. I have 1 or 2 days every week when I try to speak to myself and to my family in those languages, and it just forces me to think, to remember words I know and put them together in sentences again and again, and just different situations I have to deal with or different ideas that come to mind. I just try to put them into those languages and just speak out loud or in my head. And this helps me to become more fluent, because it comes, the more you speak, the faster it will come, and the easier your mind will put words together into sentences, and the easier you can express ideas. So just practice every day, speak out loud if you can, or just in your mind if you are with other people that don't speak that language. That will improve your fluency. And if you can have a conversation, even better, because it's more natural to speak with somebody else. But just to purely improve fluency, just speak as much as you can. Practice all the time. Any other questions? Oh, there are some more messages I haven't seen yet. Not enough time to practice. Yeah, usually we have more time to practice. Some tips and tricks. I'll think about that just a moment. Okay, that's good. Sabina, you got to explain cooking biryani. Good. Okay, other tips and tricks. As I said, find IELTS questions online, so you practice those topics and question types. If you can, get somebody to ask you the questions in different orders, so you have to practice getting questions you're not ready for. And when you find that you are missing words, go and find those words in a dictionary and then use them straight away, and use them again and again so you remember them. The part 1 of the exam is mostly all about you. So they're going to ask, what do you do? What do you like? Where do you live? So just think about your life and what you do and what you like, and find the words you need for those things and practice talking about them. You don't need to talk about other people. You can compare you with other people to expand your answer, but just focus on the words you need for your situation and your life. So that's for part 1 of the speaking exam. But yes, please, Mehdi. Mehdi has a question. I can't see you.
No, I have no question at all. I told you. Thank you so much.
Oh, you didn't have a question. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. Will that be all? I hope that was useful. you're all at different levels of English, I'm sure. So that was maybe a challenge for some and easy for others. So keep going. I'm sure you're learning a lot in your course, and please join us in the IELTS speaking course with me if you can. Okay, is that all right, Mr. Habib?
Thank you so much, Steve, for your time today. I know you are so busy, so if you'd like to stay, you can, and if you have got something to do, so you can jump off. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
I'll chat with them for a minute, then we'll end up the session. Thank you.
Goodbye. God bless.
Okay, so just a quick question. Can you please type in the chat box? So did you understand Steve? Type in the chat box. Did you understand Steve? Yes or no? I'd like to take a very quick feedback. So please type in the chat box. Did you understand Steve at all? So just yes or no, type in the chat box. Okay, excellent. Excellent, thanks for responding. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting a lot of yeses. Okay, so if you didn't understand, please type in the chat box no as well, right? Be honest with you. Okay, okay, excellent, thanks for responding. So next question is, so how much have you understood him? Is it 100%, 90%, 70%, 60%? Please, can you please put the percentage? I'd like to see. So what's the percentage you understood him? Type in the chat box. Is it 100%, 90%, 50%, whatever your percentage? Please type in the chat box very quickly, right? So we're gonna finish in 5 minutes. Okay, very quickly. Okay. Okay, excellent. So if you do understand him more than 50%, then I would recommend you to join him for IELTS course. Can you remember? So what was the best investment in Warren Buffett's life? Type in the chat box if you still can remember. So the billionaire Warren Buffett. So what was the best investment in his life? If you still can remember, and if you attended those classes, please type in the chat box very quickly. Very quickly. So what was the best investment of Warren Buffett's life? Type in the chat box very quickly. We're going to move forward. Okay. So there was a public speaking course, right? From Dale Carnegie. So Warren Buffett said, that course changed my whole life. I had a lot of things inside, but I couldn't speak. I couldn't, exchange. That's why until I mastered the public speaking from Dale Carnegie, I couldn't do anything. So the moment I just had the course, mastered it, practiced it a lot of time, and then the earning of my life has started growing, and just I grew up, and now you know him, right? So that's the first thing. Second thing I have shared with you. So in my life, so I was born and brought up in a lower middle class family, right? And from there, I'm here today. So our company is worth of multi-million pounds, and our turnover is around £1 million per year. We have got 27 employees around the world, and we have got offices in London, Birmingham, Manchester. And all the things, it happened for a reason, for an opportunity. And I invested in that opportunity. That was a course from Randy Peterson, from an American, right? So that changed my whole life. I learned, English from many places, but I couldn't get that much confidence until I joined a course with Randy Peterson, and he taught me how to speak English better. And most important thing is I got the confidence. So I think if I ask you, what would be the best investment in your life? Probably an investment with Steve, right? So who do you think? So if you join Steve, that's going to be the best investment in your life. Please type in the chat box me. I'd like to see how many of you think that if you join Steve and invest in yourself, that's going to be the best investment in your life. Type in the chat box very quickly, right? So investment that creates opportunity, and opportunity that brings the result. So if you don't invest in yourself, you are not creating the opportunity for yourself, and that's why you are not getting the result. So I'm going to quickly share my screen, and we're gonna go very quickly whatever I got to share. Let me find out my slide. Okay, this is the thing. So classes to Steve, you have enjoyed a lot. So you're gonna have 20 classes with Steve, 20, right? That is gonna be speaking and listening. And we have got 20 more classes with a teacher who is a British Council, ex-British Council examiner, who has got 8.5 in IELTS. And we have got another 20 IELTS workshop. That means whatever you're gonna learn from Steve and learn from ex-British Council teacher, you're gonna practice, and you need a teacher to practice that, right? There's gonna be a small amount of students, like 15 to 20, and you're gonna have 20 classes with him. So he has got 18 IELTS, right? So there is no hardcore sell. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to jump in. All you got to do is you need to say yes and you need to jump in, right? So okay, so how many of you'd like to think you're gonna study abroad? Please type in the chat box, study abroad. I'd like to see how many of you'd like to get a good, score in IELTS and you'd like to study abroad. Please type in the chat box, study abroad. Very quickly type in the chat box, study abroad. Okay. Okay. Lizan said study abroad. Mehdi said study abroad. Joel said study abroad. Jahid said study abroad. Nazmul Haq said study abroad. Okay. A lot of students, yeah, they'd like to study abroad, right? So if you'd like to study abroad, so this is the huge opportunity to join Steve. And if you think you don't like to study abroad, you'd like to stay home country and you'd like to do some sort of job in multinational companies or call center, this is the opportunity for you. So the course fee is 200 pounds, which is probably a bit more than 20,000 taka. Excuse me. So all you got to do is, so this is the course fee. This is the course fee. But there is an announcement from Hasselfee Education. I know you have started 7 days speaking challenge, and this is the 7th class you are enjoying. Thank you so much. And you have learned so many things. You have started from here and you just grew up. And now you need to jump into another level. That's why you got to jump into with Steve. Did you see that the teaching style of Steve is so easy? He was showing a lot of pictures and all that stuff. Then he was taking your feedback. He was engaging. And after that, all of a sudden, he said, okay, so you have learned so many vocabularies, and using those sort of vocabularies to start speaking, right? And as in the IELTS class, we have got 15 to 20 students in a small group. So they talk, Steve, he talks one-to-one. So he's going to give you feedback one-to-one, right? So this is that. But for the announcement from Hasselfee Education is you're going to get 50% scholarship, right? So you're getting this 20 classes with Steve, 20 classes with another teacher, 20 classes, another teacher. So how many classes altogether? Please type in the chat box. How many classes altogether you're going to get? And still you think you'd like to do the class with another best, we're going to give you the opportunity. You don't have to pay even a single penny more, right? However, we're going to give you a scholarship, 50% scholarship. That means you're paying 10,000 to invest in yourself, and I'm investing 10,000 in yourself. So altogether 20,000, and this is how. So Steve charges 45 to 50 pound per class. That means, let's say 5,000 taka per class, right? So type in the chat box, how much is Steve charging? 5,000 taka per class. For 90-minute classes, he's just charging 5,000. I know a lot of you can't afford it. That's why all you got to do is you need to pay him for 2 classes and you're going to get 20 classes, right? So that's why we have arranged such an opportunity for you. If you don't jump in, I would say you're going to regret later on. So this is the time you need to jump in. So 5,000 per class, but just investing in yourself, 10,000, you're getting 20 classes and the whole IELTS course. So it's 50% scholarship. So if you book now and deposit in 24 hours, right? So can you please type in the chat box how many would like to join right now? So just please type in the chat box, I'm ready to join. I'm ready to join. type in the chat box, I'm ready to join. I'd like to see how many of you are ready to join right now. Type in the chat box, I am ready to join. I am ready to join. So Lejan, congratulations. Thank you for making such a decision. Probably in 5-10 years time, you'll say, my best investment was this, have a course with Steve, right? So that's gonna change your whole life. I'm telling you, that changed my life, that changed Warren Buffett's life. So you got to do is you need to jump in. Okay, Tanim said ready to join. Okay, thank you, Tanim. Congratulations. Zinia said I'm ready to join. Thank you, thank you. So all you got to do is we're gonna take the admission right now. So what I'm gonna do, I will. Okay, I'll take you to the breakout room. So it's gonna be 2 breakout room, 1, 2, right? So all you got to do is you need to go to the breakout room. So there are 2 breakout rooms over there. So who made the decision already that you're gonna join right now? Please go to room number 1 or 2. So Nafiza, can you please go to room number 1, and Jannat or Diti, can you please go to room number 2 and take the admission right now, and help them to take the payment as well. Now, I'd like to see how many of you more would like to join right now. Okay. Okay, Lizan would like to say something. Of course, I'm going to give you the opportunity to speak right now. Lizan, what is that? Where is? Yeah, Lizan, please unmute yourself and yeah, tell us what you would like to say. Okay. Yeah, Lizan, if you have got any questions, anything else, please. So you need to unmute yourself. So Genia, you can go to room number 1. Please go to room number 1. I have invited you. So yeah, Tanim, please go to room number 2. So then I have got another student, Genia. Genia, can you please join one of this room, 1 or 2? Okay, so she is already room number 1. Okay, so anybody else would like to join right now? Fire away. So if you think, okay, you haven't got the money right now, but you'd like to put it in installment, still I'm gonna give you the opportunity because, well, I'd like to tell you a story. So I think 2 months ago, before being to Bangladesh, I went to play badminton, right? And I was playing and I saw a young guy, he was staring at me. And then I asked him, so is there anything you'd like to say? And, surprisingly, he said, so, I'm known here too in a different name. My nickname is Masood, right? So he was telling me, any chance I'm asking you, your name is Hassan Habib? I said, yes, that's my name. And do you do, 10 days speaking challenge, something else? I said, yes, I do. I said, I don't know you personally, but I have enjoyed your course. And today I have seen you in the badminton court and I have learned a lot. And because of you, I came to the UK. I was so scared. I was so afraid. However, I took the decision and now I'm here. I didn't know you live in Harlow in Essex. I said, okay, thank you. Thank you for a nice word, right? So yeah, that's going to happen in your life as well. So all you got to do is you need to say yes, you need to jump in and you need to change your life. So anybody else? Okay, Parvin said, I won't take final decision yet. I need some time. Okay, Parvin, if you'd like to talk about this right now, you can still go to room number 1 or 2. If you have got any questions, you can ask them. And this is how you can just take the admission, right? And dear challengers, so these opportunities only for 24 hours. Then we're gonna close down, and your next class with Steve is Wednesday 2:30. That means in Bangladeshi time is 8:30 p.m. Right? So Lizan said he would like to go to room number 1. Okay, excellent, Lizan. I'm gonna send you room number 1. Yep. So please go there and yep, take your admission over there. Anybody else are interested in, go to room number 1 or 2 to make the decision. Please go there. Otherwise, we're gonna go to the next thing, whatever I have got to share with you. Okay. Okay. I think Shahnas, you have got some sort of question. So what I'm gonna do, I will send you to room number 2. Please go there and ask you questions. If you have got any questions, please go there and ask. I'm here to help, right? As I'm saying, so all you got to do is you got to invest in yourself 10,000 taka, and I'm investing in yourself 10,000, right? And to be honest with you, we are not making money from this IELTS. I'm compensating a lot of money for IELTS course. I'd like to help you. I'd like to see at least 100 students are in the UK, and at the end of their course in 10 years time or 5 years time, they got settlement, and I'd like to give a party. That's my mission. So if you're one of them, jump in right now and just do it. And I'm gonna give you some sort of warning as well. So if you take so much time, for example, if you have passed intermediate and if you'd like to study in abroad, if you don't complete all the procedure within 2 years, so that means you can't take admission at UK University. Most of the university, they don't take more than 2 years gap. If you are have completed your bachelor degree and if you'd like to jump in right now, please do that, because this is the high time. UK, USA are giving more visas. So now I think in the last 2-3 months we haven't got any refusal. So whatever the students applied for the applied for the visa, all of them, they got the visa. There is no refusal. All you got to do is you got to meet the requirement and just you need to, right? Okay, so we're gonna do it in a minute. Tanim. So Tanim, have you spoken with the room number 1 or 2? If you haven't, please go to room number 1. So finish it. I'm gonna take 2 more minutes, then we're gonna jump into the next one. Right. So okay, excellent. So people are talking with the admission team. Okay, excellent. So let me share my screen right now, and we're gonna go. Okay, so this is the 50% scholarship. If you book now and deposit in 24 hours, you're gonna get the opportunity. And if you come back after 24 hours, you got to pay 20,000 taka, right? So that's the thing. Now, yeah. So this is how you can do the payment. It's bKash, bank transfer, or cash. So you have got offices in Dhaka and Sylhet. So if you'd like to pay by cash, if you'd like to see the office, if you don't have got some sort of doubt, you can do that. And you have got PayPal as well. So if you would like to pay outside of Bangladesh, then you can use PayPal. So okay, and this is the opportunity you're gonna get as well. So you're gonna get free mock test, and you're gonna get full mock test in exam environment, and you're gonna get feedback from our teacher. That means where have you made a lot of mistakes, where you need to improve, and are you ready for the exam? Would you like to register yourself, yes or no? So our teacher, they will assist you, they'll guide you, and they will ask you to do the registration. So now this is the homework. So take a picture, please. This is the homework. So you need to give this presentation. Homework is a lesson with a native British speaker. So you need to give a presentation to 3 to 5 minutes, and you need to talk about who was the teacher, how long did you enjoy the class, did you understand his lecture, what did you learn from him, share experience with us. For example, probably you were a bit afraid of British teacher at first, then started understanding little by little, then understood almost everything, something like this, right? Do you want to learn more with him? If the answer is yes, if you believe that Steve can help you to go to the next level, say so. And what if you get 20 classes with Steve and 40 classes with other teachers? Would you be very good in English, and you're gonna get at least 7+ in IELTS, right? So this is the presentation you need to give, right? So how many do you think you can give this presentation? How many do you think you can give presentation? Type in the chat box, please. How many do you think you can give a presentation regarding this? How many of you would like to give a presentation regarding this? Yeah, type in the chat box, please. How many of you do you think can give a presentation on this? Okay, so please take a picture. So this is the homework. And now this is all about the certificate. I'm going there in a minute. So dear challengers, if you understand STEAM more than 50%, I would say you are ready to jump into the IELTS course. And if you don't understand STEAM more than 50%, I would say you are not ready yet. Go to the next one, and our next 10 days speaking challenge will start on 19th, I think. Let me check the calendar. Let me check the calendar. So our next 10 days speaking challenge will start on 19th. That's right. 19th February, same time. 19th February, same time. So please type in the chat box if you heard me right. 19th February, 8 a.m. UK time. Please type in the chat box. Next 10 days speaking challenge is 19th of Feb, 8 a.m. Yep, that's right. Please type in the chat box. 19th of February, 8 a.m. UK time, right? 8 a.m. UK time. So I know some of you probably couldn't make it. You couldn't take all of it. Probably you are busy, you missed some classes. So I definitely recommend you to join 19th of February and then join to IELTS class as well, right? So 19th of February, that's right, 19th of February. Okay, so in the next batch, so this is a little bit of change. It's still you're gonna get free classes, but for first 3 or 4 classes, we're gonna make it 2 groups. One is VIP learners, the other one is general learners. So what do I mean by these 2 learners? Because there are a lot of students who are very serious and they would like to join the class in June, but they couldn't make it because there are more than 100 students, because we have got only 100 seats in the Zoom. And what we found is probably some serious students, they drop up, they become frustrated. I didn't get a seat in the Zoom, that's why I couldn't make the class. So that's why what we're gonna do, we're gonna put a little bit of price for the Zoom class first, probably 3 or 4. It's gonna be like, I'm not sure, it's £1 or £2. It's like £100, 100 taka or 200 taka, something like this. We're gonna put this price, and then you're gonna become a VIP learners. And first of all, we're gonna allow you to the Zoom room. And after that, if you have got any more seats, then it goes to general learners. So just we're gonna put a tag. And why I'm gonna put in this tag is just to identify who is serious student and who is not. 100 taka and 200 taka is not a big deal. I know. All you got to do is you need to make sure that you identify yourself as a VIP learner, serious students or not. That's the only thing. And after 2 or 3 classes, still we're gonna give you the whole opportunity to everyone else, so that we are not disappointing the VIP or serious learners from now on. So first or 2 second classes, probably you got to enjoy the class live. It's still live on YouTube. And once you finish, let's say first, second or third classes, then we see in the Zoom we have got some seats. Then we will allow you, and then you can go through the Zoom. That's gonna be the only difference. It's still, I would say, is free, right? So this is the homework you got to do. Now I'm gonna give you the certificate slide. So this is the email address you need to send a certificate. So if you have submitted all your homework, all you got to do is you need to submit your certificate. You need to send an email to international@hnkbusiness.co.uk. So you need to say, dear sir, my name is, your full name. If you make any mistakes, your name will be wrong on the certificate. So make sure you put your right name, what you would like to see in your certificate. And you need to say, dear sir, my name is MD Hassan Habib. I have attended 7 days speaking challenge and I submitted all my homeworks. Can you please send me the certificate, right? So that's the email you need to say. So once you send this email, so within 7 days, our team will have a certificate and they will send to you, right? And once you get the certificate, please put on the post in the group that something like, I'm really blessed to have this certificate, blah, 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 right? So put a post so that I understand how many of you deserve the certificate and you claimed it and you got it. Can you remember the ratio? Is 80%, 90% and 5%. So 80% students, I would say, they give up in first and second class. 95% students, they fail to do so in, I would say, after 5 classes. And finally, only 5% they made it, right? So probably you are on the top 5% who attended all the classes, who submitted your homework, and now you are here to claim your certificate, right? So now, do you have any more questions regarding this? If you have got any questions, please type in the chat box. And if you've got any more thing to say, so Mahim Shakra, I'm not sure why have you sent your Gmail address. All you got to do is you need to send an email to international@hnkbusiness.co.uk and you need to request your certificate. And the condition is if you attended all the classes, probably you miss 1 or 2 classes, still you can watch the recorded version and then you submit your homework in the Facebook group. Because once you claim your certificate, my team, they will search by your name and they'll see how many homeworks have you done. They'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And once they found that you have submitted all your homeworks, and they will issue certificate. Otherwise, they don't, right? So, yeah. So this is the last homework you got to do, is a class with Steve. How did you enjoy it? What did you learn? And if you think if you can improve better if you join Steve, and this is the thing you got to do. So we are almost end of this 7 days challenge. So how many of you would like to invite your friends in the next 7 days speaking, not 7 days, 10 days speaking challenge on 19? Please type in the chat box, I will invite. I'd like to see how many of you would like to invite your friends to the next 10 days speaking challenge. Please type in the chat box, I will invite. Okay. So the next question I'm going to ask you, please type in the chat box very quickly. I'd like to see how many of you are really blessed to have a 7 days speaking challenge. You have gone through a lot of, homework, a lot of lessons, and you have learned so much things, and you have also had attended all of the classes with Steve, and you understood him. I'm really proud of you, because after having 6 days, you have got a class with Steve and you understand more than 50, 60, 70, 80, 90%, right? I'm really proud of you, right? So that means the foundation of English, you have already found it, right? All you got to do is you need to jump for the next level. That's the only thing. So, yeah. And the next question I'm going to ask you, can you remember what I said? What's the mother of all skills? Type in the chat box. What's the mother of all skills? Type in the chat box, please. Yeah, that's right. Repetition. Yeah, so I would recommend you, still, if you think you got to improve yourself, do the repetition. Join our next one, right? On 19th February, go through it, crush it. And at the end of the 10 days speaking challenge, you're going to get more, right? It's not the same thing I'm teaching every day. And it's unique, right? Probably some sort of things you might find similar, but it's going to be almost new things I'm going to teach. So you can join on next date is the same time. Can you please put the date? I'd like to make sure you understand. Put the date. When is the next 10 days speaking challenge? Please type in the chat box. Yeah, that's right. 19th of February. I'd like to see everyone else. Please type in the chat box. It's 19th of February. 19th of February. Yeah, that's right. 19th of February, 8 a.m. UK time, right? So it's going to be 10 days speaking challenge. And I would say if you do the repetition, you're going to perform better. So thank you for joining us. Thank you, Hassle Free Education team. for organizing such a thing. And finally, I'd like to remind you one thing. My mission, our mission, and the mission of hassle-free education is to help millions of students to speak English fluently with confidence. That's our mission, right? And still, we're going to serve you. It doesn't matter whether you have taken that mission to IELTS or not. Probably you don't need it. Probably you don't like to study abroad. Probably you don't like to jump into the next one. That's fine. But if you'd like to enjoy your average life, average achievement, still I think 7 days or 10 days speaking challenge, that's gonna serve you, right? But if you'd like to go to the next level, you should think about that. So thank you everyone for joining me, and hopefully talk to you soon. So hassle-free education team, can you please join me in a meeting? Thank you. Bye. Bye everyone.